Good afternoon. This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend. I'm going to do some analysis here on Cisco Systems, CSCO, starting with the very long-term outlook since its inception in 1990. It underwent a massive five-wave trendy advance into the 2000 high, and since then it's essentially been trading sideways. Of course, it hasn't really played out that way on any shorter time frame. When it goes from 10 to 50, that's a pretty substantial move. But on this super long-term time frame, it is one big counter trend kind of sideways affair. So overall, on a very long-term basis, Cisco looks pretty darn good. It's in a trendy move. This action is counter trend action, which can only mean on a very long-term time frame the trend is still up. So let's go ahead and drill in a little bit and see what else we can figure out here. So here is the move off of the 2000 high. Very sharp decline that sent it from about 67.50 down to about 7.50, just a massive beat down over that time. And since then, since 2002, it's been in a slower, generally speaking, a recovery over that time. Since 2011, it's been in a much more constructive advance, but it took a long time to get there. It took it about 10 years to find its footing again before it started this move. So on a very long-term time frame, I have concerns that this counter trend pullback is not over. With the way it started, it sure looks like counter trend movement. It doesn't mean it's not tradable, but it means on a very long-term time frame, I don't think the outlook on Cisco is terribly promising, because I think at some point it will record a high, probably somewhere below the high it established in 2000 before turning back down and heading quite a bit lower from there. So on this time frame, not the best looking thing. However, what's happened since 2011 is pretty impressive. It's been in a really nice advance. It looks like a five-wave advance, which suggests it's the ending move to this counter trend recovery off the 2002 low. But this advance is not over by all measures. And as we get closer and closer, we kind of see that it's pretty impressive. Every single up leg looks trendy. So I do think this part of it is tradable. Again, it should be a five-wave move before it's over, and it has a lot of work to do before it becomes a five-wave move. This is the first wave here, second wave down into the 2016 low, and it's been in the third wave since that low and should have a fourth and a fifth before it eventually ends. So you can trade it, but again, just on a super long-term time frame, I wouldn't be bullish on it. So let's go ahead and continue to drill in here. This is a look at the pullback that's been in play since the 2018 high. It's bullish stuff, the fact that this is clearly counter trend movement here. It keeps things pointing higher. However, I don't think this 2018 pullback is over. That might sound familiar with our analysis that we do at TrendLizard.com. We're looking at the overall stock market and saying something similar, that it's probably not at a low for the 2018 pullback. So it seems like what might be going on for Cisco here, excuse me, is that it's in the B wave recovery and still due for a C wave down somewhere into this yellow support area before it ends and before the trend turns back up. So I would be a little cautious with it. I think you have at least a few more months of kind of back and forth choppy movement before a low is established here. You'll probably get something sharper down into this yellow area before it's actually ready to go to the upside again. So anything below 35 would be a bigger warning sign, but I would not expect it to trade below 35. I think it'll continue sideways, give you a sharper dip down, and then when you start seeing a little bit more purposeful and sustainable strength from there, then this is going to become a buying opportunity. So if you're holding it right now, I think you want to keep a stop at 35. That's fairly loose, but that's about as close as you can get it and have it be a meaningful stop, and then just wait for this pullback to end and for the uptrend to resume. And once you see some purposeful strength emerge, that's going to be a buying opportunity if you're not already in. And if you want to hit me back up at that time, I can take another look at it and tell you if it does look like it's indeed time to buy. So that's Cisco in a nutshell. I hope that's helpful. Have a wonderful day.